There is nothing more uniquely 2003 than virtual worlds and trading card games. And that is why I am so excited to throw it back to 2003 with the new Neopets, this is backwards, with the new Neopets Battledome trading card game coming out on June 26th. I'm actually so excited. I am a huge Neopets fan. I still log in to check my stock prices like all the time. Neopets, founded in 1999 by Adam Powell and Donna Williams, is an online virtual pet website that allowed for users to explore the vast and expansive world known as Neopia. Users would be able to play flash games, earn money known as Neopoints, and buy items to take care of a diverse number of virtual pets. I spent hours on this website, besties, literal hours. If you didn't come home and completely avoid doing your 4th grade homework to do dailies and grab some sweet, sweet giant omelet, maybe your childhood was actually the worst, and I feel sorry for you. I'm really excited to see how Neopets is going to be utilizing their lore in this trading card game. If you know anything about Neopets, you know that within the game there is a million different storylines. There are video games, comics, all sorts of things that could contribute to the gameplay in this. And looking just at the packaging right now, it looks like paintbrushes are going to be a really big part of Neopets. And if you know anything, once again, about Neopets, you know paintbrush culture is massive. Like, if you didn't have a cool Neopets paintbrush on your Neopet, then you were poor. And it was like legal to bully you. In my PR box, Neopets and Upper Deck gave me 2 starter decks. So we have the Starry Akara and the Fire Uni, but they also gave me a booster box of their first set. So basically I'm going to just talk through these starter decks today. I want to check out like what's actually included in them. I want to review some of the gameplay. On first glance, I want to see what competitive viability this game has. And I also want to know about the collector's viability as well. What I'm hoping is you'll be able to just buy starter decks and just immediately go to whatever Neopets version of Locals is going to exist and just play it right out of the box. I think that would be, in my opinion, most optimal. I also want to know how complicated this game is as well. So without further ado, let's open these starter decks and see what's good. All right, so let's just kind of get into this here. They gave me 2 starter decks, so I'm assuming that there's going to be 2 starter decks on launch. We have the Starry Akara starter deck and the Fire Uni, and on first glance, these look awesome. You know, Unis and Akaras are both fan favorite Neopets. Starry paintbrushes and Fire paintbrushes are also like fan favorite brushes. So it's really cool that they're kind of, on first glance, you know, utilizing their paintbrush system to kind of create what we in the TCG world know as like archetypes, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen. I think it'd be really cool if you could have like a base Neopet and then you can paint them to like get superpowers. So we'll see kind of how that works, but on first glance, I'm really excited about these. If I had to choose one without, you know, knowing anything about how they play or the style or which one's better, I'd probably go with the Fire Uni, just because like I'm a fire girly. I typically play fire in different TCGs. So I'm playing Charizard in Pokemon and I'm playing Salamangreat in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I feel like I gotta kind of go with the fire aesthetic, but I do really like the Starry one as well. I'm gonna open both of these and I'm gonna kind of look through both of them, but for now I'm gonna start with just the Fire Uni. So I'm gonna put this one over here. Let's look at the contents. The contents are pretty much the same on both. So we have 55 cards, 10 dice, and a rule sheet and playmat. It also says it comes with an exclusive Fire Uni pet. So on the back, we're looking at the back here, and it says enter the Battledome and embark on an unforgettable adventure. Combine the attack and agility of your Fire Neopets with the generosity of the Soup Fairy, legends, equipment, and more to battle with your opponents and become champion of the Battledome. So if you're not sure, the Battledome is actually a game within the virtual world, and you can like battle your Neopets. It was never something that I really got into. I have friends who really were interested in the Battledome, but it's cool that it's kind of translating now, and you can like equip items to give your Neopets like power-ups. It's very cool, but it seems like we're kind of translating that here to the card game. Fire Uni starter deck includes 1 exclusive foil Fire Uni Neopet, 2 common Neopets, 48 common cards, 4 foil cards, 58 total cards, 10 exclusive dice, that's pretty cool, and then 1 rulebook and playmat. And so it has a list of all of the different Neopets. So in this one we have Uni, Lupe, which is the, it's like a wolf, and then Shoiru, which is a little dragon. I love Shoiru, so that's really exciting to see in different colors. You have a rainbow pool. So I guess these are like the painted Neopets. You've got a painted Uni, Fire, and a painted Shoiru. You've got your fairies. If you guys know, the Soup Fairy is if you have under 2,000 Neo points, you can go to the Soup Fairy and she'll feed all of your Neopets for free. the fire paintbrush, and then you have legends. So Corbat Defender, Lightning Lenny, Bank Manager, Nilo, Pant Devil's Evil Twin, Shop Wizard. So I think these are like NPCs. I know, I don't recognize all of them, but the Bank Manager for sure is one. I'm pretty sure Corbat Defender, Shop Wizard. So that's really cool. Money Tree, Pant Devil. So that's really cool. You have food. So I'm assuming that's like, I actually don't know. You've got food, hot dog, and flaming hot dog. Equipment, poison tipped dagger, boots of leaping, red scorchstone, sturdy blue sword. So a bunch of different equipments, potions, and then code stones. So I'm wondering if these code stones are kind of like our mana system. So it looks like we are going to have a mana system similar to lands and Magic the Gathering, and most likely similar to energies in Pokemon. Here we're kind of seeing a little bit of an example of the game board already. So it's not like any game board I've ever seen. So I'm really interested to see how that works. And then we have some pictures of the cards and then the dice, which look like they're fire dice. That's pretty cool, actually. I really like that. I like when you get little like freebies like that, but I'm assuming that the dice are probably critical to gameplay, so that's probably why they included those things. So we have the cards here. There's like the paintbrush and the soup fairy, so I'm excited to see kind of like how those come to play. So let's just open it up. I'm gonna open it up. I'm ruining the box, I don't care. Okay, so let's see. All right, so this is definitely our gameplay mat. We have the cards, the dice, and that is all that is in the box. Okay, so put this off to the side here. And here are the dice. These are gorgeous, actually. These are really cool. Like, these are nice. Oh my god, they're like little resin dice that just come free in your box. I don't know how much this is going to cost. Upper Deck and Neopets just gave me them to review and to take a look at, but feels nice. I mean, starter decks typically go from, depending on $10 to like $30 depending. So I don't know how much Neopets is going to charge for theirs, but I do think this is cool. So you have your pack of cards. This looks like just any pack of cards. They're definitely different from the original Neopets game background. I think the original one just said like Neopets and it was yellow, but this one has the Battledome specific logo, so the Kachik and the Tyranno, which is very cool. And so here we have our first foil, and the foil is not translating super well on my camera because my lighting isn't very good, but we have our first foil, which is a Fire Uni. You can kind of see the hollow shift there in the back. It's just like an ultra rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty. The whole card is full art too, which is really, really nice. I love that. So we have 3 different things here. 5 with a sword, 1 with a shield, and then 7 with a walking. So I don't know what that means. I'm wondering, does this have instructions? So it has instructions. We can kind of like put this to the side. I definitely need to get sleeves for that, but I think standard size will work. So like Pokemon Magic the Gathering sleeves will most likely fit this. So welcome to the Battledome. In Neopets Battledome trading card game, you will train your Neopets using code stones, prepare them for battle with powerful equipment, enlist the aid of powerful fairies and legends from throughout Neopia, and enter the Battledome in hopes of becoming the champion. Love that. It's very dramatic, but that's just the flavor text. So, deck construction. You need a 50-card deck made up of a combination of code stones, equipment, food, fairies, legends, paintbrushes, and potions. Decks can contain no more than 2 copies of any equipment, food, legends, paintbrushes, or potions. So that's automatically different than Yu-Gi-Oh! You're allowed to have 3, and in Pokemon you're allowed to have 4. I think Magic the Gathering is also 4, if I recall. So for your, like, I guess your item cards, your fairies, equipment, legends, paintbrushes, and potions, you're only allowed to have 2 copies. In a deck of 50, that is really interesting. So I don't know like what the draw power is on this. I haven't read through any of the cards, but that'll be interesting for sure. They may contain no more than 1 copy of any fairy, so that's also interesting. 1 copy of a fairy, and may contain any number of code stones. You can have a Neopet deck of up to 5 different Neopets, all must be different species, and a rainbow pool with up to 10 different rainbow pool Neopets. Up to 10 6-sided dice will be required for battle. So the dice are required. So that's nice that they include those with the set. That's really nice. Interesting. So you're allowed to have up to 5 different Neopet species, and then a rainbow pool of up to 10 different rainbow Neopets. So like the rainbow Neopets are the painted ones, the ones that have been painted with paintbrushes. I'm assuming those are like your leveled up, your more powerful Neopets. I'm not sure. We'll see. Setting up. Shuffle your deck and place it in the deck area. Then draw a hand of 5 cards into your inventory. Place your Neopets and Rainbow Pool Neopets into the designated areas. You may choose to shuffle all cards from your inventory back into your deck. Then draw 5 cards into your inventory. So if you have like a bad hand, it's called Mulligan, and you can shuffle it all back in and then draw another 5 cards. Both players select their starting Neopet and place them face down in the Battledome Neopet area. So that's very similar to Pokemon, where you have your starting Pokemon, but it would be Neopets. Randomly determine which player goes first, and then both players simultaneously reveal their starting Neopet. So this is the win con, the victory condition. A complete game is made up of 3 rounds. You win a round when your opponent's Neopets has taken damage equal to their hit points. The first player to win 2 rounds is champion of the Battledome. So I guess the game is over when your Neopet dies, I'm assuming is what that is. Turn flow. Okay, so we've got phases. Let's go. So we've got phases like Yu-Gi-Oh does. I love that. So you got to remember there's like 10 of them here. So that's fun. I love that. I was actually just trying to teach Fogel about the difference between like the battle phase and the damage step, and she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, don't worry about it. You'll never have to worry about that in your life. Turn flow is draw 1 card from the top of your deck to your inventory. If you need to draw and card cannot, your Neopets takes 1 damage. And you need to draw and a card. You need to draw a card and card. Wait, if you need to draw and card and cannot. Is that a typo? Draw 1 card from the top of your deck to your inventory. If you need to draw and card and cannot, your Neopets takes 1 point of damage. So if you can't draw a card, you take 1 point of damage. You may attach 1 code stone from your inventory to raise your Neopets level by 1 to a maximum of 5. Code stones are attached and cannot be played. You may attach 1 code stone from your inventory to raise your Neopets level. Okay, so yeah, you're raising levels of your Neopets by 1 to a maximum of 5 utilizing code stones. Preparation phase. You may play exactly 1 card from your inventory with a level requirement equal to or less than your Neopet's level. Some card abilities allow you to play more than 1 card per turn. Battle phase. Your Neopets must battle your opponent's Neopet if able. Battling always ends your turn. Okay. So the battle phase is, oh my god, hold on, so you can attack. The attacking Neopet rolls dice equal to their attack. As a result of 4 or 5 is a success, and 6 is a critical success. That is interesting. It's closer to D&D. So obviously I think that there was some influence from D&D there. As far as like playing a competitive game based off of skill, that's not, I personally don't like that. It was one of the reasons that I had trouble with like the original Vanguard. I know Vanguard has a lot more skill based competitive play now, but when I first started playing Vanguard, it was just the starter decks. When I played Vanguard, it was like 2011 or whenever it came out, and that was a huge issue I had with the game, where it felt very luck sacky. Now I'm hoping that that's not the case for this game. I'm wondering if the game, like if there are cards that you can utilize to like re-roll, or if there are cards you can utilize like hand traps you can play to like prevent attacks from happening. I'm not really sure. That's something we'll have to look at when we look at the actual card game. There's just 2 Neopets, they're fighting, they're battling it out, 1 attack, 1 defends. That makes sense. And I think if I recall, like I said, I haven't really been too involved in the Battledome. I think that really stays true to the Battledome itself. It seems like the basics of the game. Obviously there's probably some more complexity, and as we play it, we'll get a better idea. So we have our card types here. We have code stones. So we have Codestone Mao. You can attach it to your Gellert, so that's like an equip item. You have Legends, Corbat Defender. Once again, these are like NPCs. So, draw 2 cards from your deck. So you have Legends, which are kind of like support cards, I'm assuming, in Pokemon. And then you have Fairies. So you have the Soup Fairy. So once per turn during your draw phase or preparation phase, if you have 6 or less cards in your inventory, you may draw 1 card from your deck. This is just like draw 2. So that's Pot of Greed. And this seems like a... so there's a lot of draw power. Both of these have draw power, which is good considering you have like 2 of critical cards and you need a Neopet in hand. Yeah, that makes sense. Equipment. You may have up to 3 equipment equipped to your Neopet at any time. To play an equipment, well, there is already 3 equipment in play, you first send an active equipment to your discard and then play a new equipment. Okay, so the equipment allow you to like add attack, which is pretty good. Potions. Oh god, I'm not even gonna try to read these. I'm not gonna lie, but when you play a potion, immediately complete all effects on the card, then send it to your discard pile. Food. Hot dog, I love that. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains reference? I love that. I'm kidding. When you play a food, immediately complete all effects on the card and then send it to the void. Food cards do not count as a card played and can be played at any time in any phase unless the card states otherwise. So draw one card from your deck. So there's a lot of draw power in this deck, which makes sense once again because you only have 2. And that seems like an item. So you have like items, supporters, field spells, it looks like, you know, heal actions, and equip spells. There's a lot of different cool cards here. And then these are code stones. So these also like there's this code stone gives you +1 attack. So I think that's like kind of like a mana option, I'm assuming. Here's your Neopet, so the anatomy of your Neopet. So here's a Kachik. I do love Kachiks, that's awesome. Oh, okay, so this makes sense. So you can like level up your basic Neopets with paintbrushes, and you can get like super Neopets. And so like, I don't know. Oh, this one has higher hit points. This one has 10, and that one has 8. So you're basically evolving them. Oh, I guess is that what it says? When you play a paintbrush, your Neopet transforms. Search your rainbow pool for your matching Neopet. Place your active. Oh, is your rainbow pool kind of like your extra deck? Okay, well actually we can look at the back. Is there like a specific rainbow pool? Yeah, so your rainbow pool is with all your extra Neopets, and then oh, this is cool. Okay. Can y'all see this? So you have, oh my god, my camera, sorry. Your rainbow pool here, your deck is here. So this is kind of like your extra deck where you keep all of your like leveled up Neopets, so that's cool. Discard, the void looks like it's the banished zone. The discard pile deck, wait, oh, your Neopet deck is different. Okay, so your Neopet deck is different than your deck with all of your items. That makes it a little, that's interesting, that's fun actually. I'm actually really excited about that because I think one of the issues I have with Pokemon is like you have to make sure that you're drawing Pokemon. So with Pokemon, the ratios are you're really balancing like your Pokemon and your items, your supporters, your energies. But here it looks like you have like a separate deck for your Neopet, your rainbow pool, and your actual deck. So that's pretty cool. The void, I'm assuming, is the banished zone. So hit points, this is your Neopet's health. When your opponent's Neopet takes damage equal to their hit points, you win the battle. Then on the back here, if we look, you have round results. So this would be like your prizes, but I guess you're like this is like the victory podium. So you put like your Neopets on the victory podium, and if you get 3, or I think you play 3 rounds, and then whoever has the most victory podium Neopets at the end of 3 rounds, I'm assuming wins the duel or the Battledome. That is so fun. That's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm not sure about the competitive viability. I keep saying this because I think that the dice roll is really throwing me off. I understand why they use that mechanic, but it's gonna make it really difficult to confirm competitive viability of this with that luck aspect. But I think it's really cool and it's gonna be fun. Like, so I'm excited to try that. So I'm gonna just take some water. It's so hot. So we took a look at the game rules, and it's like that meme where it's like me when someone explains board game rules to me, and then it's just like the math meme where like you have no idea what's going on. I think I have the basic understanding is like you basically have your Neopet. During your main phase, you can equip code stones, paintbrushes, do like draw cards, do whatever you need to like level up your Neopet, and then you battle your opponent's Neopet, and then whoever's Neopet is the victor wins. But let's take a look at our cards. So we have a uni, and this is a foil. You really can't, my lighting isn't very good, but this is definitely a foil. You can kind of see the hollow shift here. So we have a fire uni. So this is one of our painted Neopets, our rainbow pool Neopets, kind of going back to the lore where you go to the rainbow, it's a place in Neopia on the website in the virtual world, and you can go and that's where you paint your Neopets with your paintbrushes. So we have, oh, I like this actually a lot. We've got Shoiru, Fire Shoiru, and we have Fire Uni. So it's got 12 HP. We've got a regular Uni with the foil shift. Oh, I love that. This is one of my favorite Neopets. I love the Uni. I was never a unicorn kid, but like, I don't know, there's something about Uni that I just like really F with. So that's awesome. We have the Fire Paintbrush. We have the Soup Fairy, which is also a foil. Oh, she's pretty. I love her. She's one of my favorite fairies. We've got Lupe, regular Shoiru, Korbat Defender. So one of the NPCs, draw 2 cards from your deck. That is literally Pot of Greed. Love that. Every card game initially has that draw 2 cards, and I love that. Lightning Lenny. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 from your inventory, then return the remaining cards to the bottom. So like these feel like a lot of draw cards as an excavation. Draw cards from your deck equal to the total number of equipment currently in play. Bank Manager. Nilo, search your deck for any card with a level requirement of 1 and play it. That's pretty good. It's a searcher, so that's pretty good. Pant Devil's Evil Twin, target 1 equipment in your discard, play it. Shop Wizard, yo, the Shop Wizard looks crazy. That is a nice card. These are pretty too. Like I really like these a lot. The art on these, like Nilo, that's like Neopia, like, right? Like it's just very, the art is very cool. And feels very Neopets. Obviously, there's Neopets on the cards. Choose one of the following equipment: food, paintbrush, or potion. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add 1 of the chosen cards to your inventory. Return the remaining to the bottom of your deck in any order. Search your deck or discard for a potion and add it to your inventory. Money Tree. Draw cards from your deck until you have the same number of cards in your inventory as your opponent. Target 1 of your opponent's equipment, send it to the discard. That sounds pretty good. That's fun. There's like a little bit of interruption there. Poison Tapped Dagger. So there's, I forget what this fairy's name is, but she's very, very popular. During your battle phase, you may roll 1 die. On a critical success, deal 1 damage to your opponent's Neopet. So we've got some interruption here, some, like almost a hand trap, right? I guess you would play this during your battle phase. During your battle phase. Interesting. Gain 1 agility. During your opponent's battle phase, while calculating damage, you may send the equipped card to your discard. Reduce the damage taken to this by 2. Red Scorchstone. That's really cute. I love Scorchios too. Sturdy Blue Sword. Gain 1 attack. Wooden Blocking Shield. Gain 1 defense. Gain 2 attack. Gain 2 defense. Basic Wooden Shield. Expert Bow. Gain 1 attack and 1 agility. Golden Coin Amulet, gain 1 attack and 1 defense. Dual Expert, gain 2 attack, 2 agility, 2 attack and 2 defense. Sword of Domar, gain 3 attack. So a lot of like, these are your equipments that you're going to use to buff up your Neopet, gain 3 defense. These are fun. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm like reading through these cards, and basically what I'm understanding, like I said, is you're literally just, you have your Neopet, you're buffing it up, and you're just attacking. And for me, like if you've ever talked to me or you've ever watched me play card games, you know that like my ideal card game is just hitting with a really big dude. Like I just want to make a really big dude and then like hit with it. So this is kind of like what this game is about, I think, and I'm very excited about that. Flaming Hot Dog is crazy. This is wild. Your Neopet gains 1 attack and 1 agility this turn. Your Neopet is immune to being frozen this turn. So Neopets can be frozen. That's interesting. Draw 1 card from your deck. Roll 1 die. On success, your Neopet gains 3 agility this turn. Roll 1 die. On success, your Neopet gains 3 attack. Roll 1 die. On success, your Neopet gains 3 defense. That's fun, actually. Okay. Roll 1 die. On success, your Neopet heals 2 damage. Bree. Oh, so the code stones are like, oh, those are cool. Bree Codestone. So are these also NPCs? I know she is. Lou, Mao, Orn, Vo. Very cool. Okay, and so those are your code stones, and they have different. You can equip those to your Neopet as well, and those give them different powers as well. That's really cool. I mean, it seems fun. I mean, this is very basic. I want to remind you all that this is a starter deck. So I didn't expect anything super fancy. I didn't expect any combos. It doesn't really seem like this is going to be a very combo heavy game, but this seems very basic. It seems very easy. I mean, this is a starter deck, so we don't know how it's going to evolve, how the game is going to evolve. But like if you love Neopets and you're interested in just like picking up something that's easy, like you could pick this up at Target with 2 of your friends, 2 of these starter decks, and you could play right now. Like there's not a whole lot of like back cataloging that you need to learn. You don't need to go like learn combos and learn archetypes. Something that I do wish is that the archetypes had more influence. Like, it seems like I could play like 2 of these decks together. Like, I don't need to play just fire monsters or fire Neopets. Like, I can play like the starry archetype mixed in with this. It doesn't seem like they have any special powers because they are fire. If you hear some background noise, it's my fan circulating air throughout my room because it is so hot. That's pretty cool. I really like it. The cards are beautiful. So like if you just want to like collect these, I mean, I think they look really nice. They feel like Neopets. I'm assuming that they're drawn by the Neopet art team. Let's open up the Starry Neopets starter deck. So we're gonna open up the Starry Akara now. Oh, I'm like destroying this box. So we are going to open up the Starry one now, the Starry Akara. And I am, oh, we got our dice. Whoa. Yo. Oh my god, these are the dice I'm gonna use. Holy crap, these are beautiful. These dice are so friggin' pretty. Whoa, I just dropped one. Amazing. All right, so we have our Starry Akara. Nice foil there. You can see the foil a little bit better. And then, the Starry cheek is really cute. So that's interesting. They both have 10 HP, and I think I put my other deck away, but I think that one had a little bit higher HP. I mean, I don't know if that means anything. I don't think lose the dice. Gotta figure out how to like store this stuff. Okay. Yeah, so the Shoiru has 12 HP. So I'm wondering if the fire deck is automatically better because of that, but we'll see kind of what cards we get and like the differences. I should probably just keep that there. That's fine. So we've got the Starry Akara, Starry Cheek. The Starry Paintbrush is so pretty. Akara, Aetha. Okay, so for Aethia, we have once per turn during your draw phase, you may search your deck for an equipment and add it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's really nice. You can search whatever equipment you want. So that's pretty nice. And it's once per turn. So that's you, as long as your fairy isn't like invalid, or I think they used void, you can utilize this multiple times per game. So that's pretty good. Add it to the top. Oh, you add it to the top of your deck. Oh, I guess if you have draw cards, you can add it to the top of your deck and then draw. So that's pretty decent. You've got Gellert, Kachik, Bruce Avenger. Draw 2 cards from your deck, then place 1 card from your inventory at the top or bottom of your deck. Then place 1 card from your inventory at the top or bottom of your deck. Oh, so from your hand, your inventory is your hand. So there's like cost here. You draw 2, and then you have to place 1 from your inventory to the top. Draw 2 cards from your deck, just standard Pot of Greed. Draw cards from your deck equal to the total of equipment in play. Nilo, we've seen. Devil's, what is this? Pant Devil's Evil Twin. Shop Wizard. Calvara, search your deck or discard for any potion and add it to your inventory. That's good. You can reutilize your potions. Money Tree, we already saw. The Pant Devil, target one of your opponent's equipment, send it to their discard. Poison, we've seen this. Boots of Leaping. So yeah, a lot of these look like they're the same. The equipments, golden coin amulets. Yeah, the hot dogs, Starry hot dogs. So this one's different. Your Neopet gains 2 defense and 1 agility this turn. Lab Begone Serum. Oh my god, I remember that. I think these are Meepets, and there's like a game specifically for them, and it's like, I forget, but I think it was a flash game, but you had to like use the pipes and like connect the pipes so that the Meepets could like run through them. That was fun. These are cute. I do remember. This is very nostalgic. Roll 1 die. On success, your Neopet gains 3 agility. Neovian Strength Potion. Roll 1 die. On success, your gains 3 attack. It looks like the potions you have to utilize like a lot of luck based. So you roll for dice and you can heal or, you know, add defense. And then we have Eo, Har, Mao, Orn, and Tai Kai. So these are different. We got some different code stones here. And these just equip, looks like you can defense, code stones, agility. So the decks seem different. You know, on first glance, obviously I haven't played, but it feels like, hold on, whoa. Where's the Starry Akara? We have to have the bestie on top. There we go. On first glance, it feels like this deck is better. But like a lot of the item cards here, like just didn't feel like there was cost associated to them that I didn't think was necessarily good. The Shoiru has the 12 HP, which I think is really going to be critical. I prefer the aesthetics of this one, but if I had to choose, I'd pick up that one. So I'm going to try to play both of them in another video. I'll do some gameplay and we'll see, you know, which one we think is stronger, which one, if you were going to buy one and you wanted to like play it competitively, like which one I think would be better. What's interesting to me on first glance too, and this might change as the game evolves, is like the paintbrushes don't really matter, right? Like obviously the fire one makes the fire shoiru, which is a little bit more strong than the fire. It's a lot stronger actually. I mean, this has higher agility, but it's stronger. Like the agility is still quite high, and it has, I guess, a lower defense, but it has higher attack. I don't know, maybe those will come up and be critical. I'm not sure, but HP is higher on the shoiru, so it feels like this is the stronger deck. But it doesn't really have any, like, there's no special powers if you're a starry Akara as opposed to like a fire Akara, at least as of now. So those are just either like aesthetic choices or like strategy choices based on like balancing out your defense or whatever. I'm not really sure. I haven't played, I mean, I can only theorize really, but it doesn't feel like the archetypes really matter. So that's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping that they would have like special powers based on, you know, their archetypes, starry versus fire, fire versus starry, whatever, fairy, cloud, pirate. There's a bajillion different paintbrushes, so I'm assuming that those archetypes or those Neopets will come out eventually. But yeah, or maybe they're out in the set, the box set. I haven't even opened them yet, so there might be some surprises in there. But yeah, it seems solid though. I mean, like, just as a game, if you just want like a game to pick up to play with your friends, you're feeling nostalgic about Neopets, you like card games, I think this could be really, really fun. And it's easy, right? Like the concept of it is easy. I like games where you can have like a variety of different skill levels, and I think that this really kind of makes that work, right? Like you can just pick this up off of a Target or whatever, Walmart, Target shelf, your card shop, and you could just play it right out of the box, which is super nice. So I don't know how much these are going to cost. My guess is going to be between $10 and $30. That's typically how much these kinds of starter decks cost. So I really like it, and I'm definitely going to give it a try. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you so much to Neopets for the starter decks. I think that they have a lot of potential. They're really cool. I haven't made a video in a really long time. I really haven't felt super inspired to do so, but this was something that I was really excited about, and I really want to start doing more boxings of different card games, different TCGs that like haven't been played, and do a little bit of what I did here, where I open like the starter deck or the initial release, or a starter deck or a structure deck that exists, and then maybe, you know, doing another video where I actually like play it with some people, and then like opening up a booster box. So I'd love to start a series where I do that. If I do that, who knows, but for now, this was really fun. Once again, thank you so much to Upper Deck and Neopets for sending this. It wasn't sponsored, but they did send me this for free, so I do appreciate that. I'm a huge Neopets fan, so this really did heal some of my inner child. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel for more TCG related content, or don't. I really don't care. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye. Bye.